Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Homestead Overland, Virginia. Do you want a simple, inexpensive way to fatten up your chickens with free protein? Hi, Rafa. Hey, Ollie. What's up, chickie babies? As you can see, we have a lot of chickens, and they free range all the time. Let's go over here, and we'll see these little girls. And this girl's, I took her jacket off of her. I have a video on chickens that lose their plumage and how to get it back. And let's see the chickie babies. Watch out, guys. Don't be so... There they are. Come on. How can you be so cute? Come on. Can it be so cute? Yes. Yes. She's really protected right now, but you can see the plumage is coming back. I would get her out of there, but see those little black feathers? Her skin used to be so red and irritated. She was getting picked on so much. Check out this little clip right here. And now it just looks so much better. Here's the little jackets that you strap to them. It has some straps on goes around their shoulders of their wings, and it stays on their back like this. And she's done really well. It's a hot mess right now. We're going through some stuff, cleaning up. And like I said, she was getting beat up on all the time. You can see all her feathers are gone. Like, she could never eat or drink. She got picked on all the time. And now, I keep her separate in here with her baby chicks. I'm cleaning all this out right now. And kept that jacket on her. And I basically can take it off now because she's not getting picked on. Because now she's like, she's not timid like she used to be, getting picked on. Now that she's a mama, nobody messes with her. And her plumage is growing back. So if you guys are interested in those little chicken jackets, I'll put a little link on Amazon and give us a little nickel for our pocket and help support the channel. So one of the things chickens like to eat is bugs. Now ours free range every single day. So I don't have to worry about getting them some extra protein in the summertime. But when it's winter out here and there's a lot of snow, we like to supplement their diet. And what I supplement them with is black soldier fly larvae. I've never done this before, but here's the concept. Basically, it's a 3-bin system. What we're gonna do is we're gonna build a tote and we're gonna throw some meat in there. That meat rots. Black soldier flies come, lay the eggs. The eggs kind of do their little thing and turn into larvae or pupae. I'm not sure how to pronounce that word. And then they'll crawl out, the little larvae, they'll crawl out a ramp because they like to go up. They turn into flies and get out of the box. We'll build a ramp where we'll cut a hole and they'll fall right into a container for us. You can see this is a big one. This one will fit inside. This is what we're going to put the meat in, okay? And look, this is dirty. Because, look, I got it from around here, man. And our well's not set up, so we don't have water yet. I could take it down to the creek and clean it out. But why? Because there's going to be nasty meat in there. So we'll put the meat in here, right? But I need a ramp for them to crawl up into, and then I need a container. So there's where this one comes into. So, like, you know, you can just go to Walmart and kind of, like, start piecing things together. So let's see. I'll get this. Put this on here. I can do this with one hand. I know it. Go. All right, so basically, this is where you're going to catch the larvae. The meat will be here, and the flies get in there, and they eat the meat, and they lay the eggs, and then the pupae, larvae, crawl up here to get out. I'm going to take an X-Acto knife and cut a hole right here, and they're basically going to just fall into this. And then every now and then you come and you grab this, it'll be full of larvae. And then I'll put a lid on top of it. And then I'll drill some holes, and I'll be using my Dewalt. Look, everything out here, battery operated. There's a link in the description for this guy too, or in the comment section. So this is the only tool you need really, is a drill. And then I'll use an X-Acto knife to cut right here. So we have a little hole where they can crawl up, fall into the trap door. So I scored the inside. You know, you need to be careful with these X-Acto knives. Once you score it, you just kind of stay in the same line. If you have like a Dremel tool or some kind of little saw, probably do a better job. And then I flip it over and I just followed that score line, and you can see it's breaking through now. But just be careful. It depends on the kind of plastic that you have. It could crack like that, you know. So if you have a better way to cut it, go for it. Okay, so I cut it out, and I lost a little bit there, but look, this is nasty. It doesn't have to be perfect. Make sure you don't have like a lip like this where it's going to fall through, so you can push this back a little bit right there. There you go. So, and another thing too, I put these holes in here because this is where the soldier flies are going to go. Some people put at the top here corrugated cardboard. If you take corrugated cardboard like this and stick it inside the tote, like on the sides or on the lid, supposedly the black soldier flies like to get in those little holes and kind of nest in there, and then they'll come and eat the meat and lay the eggs. And then I see people, they say you don't need to do the cardboard. So basically, I can just throw this on top like this, and it's ready to go. Got the nastiness right here. Some meat that just was from the freezer that we just kind of let go. And, you know, we decided let's use it for bait for soldier flies. So ideally, like I said, they'll come in through those holes. They'll come down, they'll hang out in the meat, lay the eggs, the larvae will climb up here, fall in there. Here is your tray to get them out. This guy's already stinky with that meat. So if you live out here or somewhere like this in the middle of nowhere, close to nothing. We're in Virginia, 32 acres, surrounded by mountains. We have no neighbors. I would yell, but my wife's sleeping. No neighbors for miles. But we got a lot of bears and coyotes and raccoons, and they love that kind of stuff. So you want to keep it away from the house because it's going to stink, and then you want to secure it somehow. You can put it in some kind of, I don't know, device where flies can still get in, but bears and raccoons and coyotes can't. It'll probably take a couple days for the flies to get in there, and they'll start eating that meat and then laying eggs, and then the larvae will crawl up that ramp and then fall into that little container. I've actually seen people build these and put them on the outside of their chicken coop, and on top of the ramp, they'll have like a pipe coming out of the box somewhere, like, you know, like a PVC pipe or whatever, that goes directly into the chicken coop. So you really don't have to do anything. You don't have to collect the larvae. The chickens are just hanging out around the tube, like, you know, like the water cooler at work where everybody's gossiping. All the chickens are just hanging out, waiting for little larvae to pop out. I'm just going to put it right here for now on top of those pallets. And if you look around, look, we have stuff everywhere. Here's the problem. We just moved here like not even a year ago, completely off grid. All we have is this tool shed, a barn that we're turning into a barnuminium, and we have a little outhouse. But as you can see, we have a lot of stuff around here, you know, because we don't have anywhere to store anything. Like all this wood, I would love to store it indoor. All this rain catching stuff, I would love to put it away out of sight when it's not raining. It started raining last night, so that's why I pulled out some buckets. I cleaned those totes over there so we can collect some rainwater. We got a little bit of rainwater today, you know, but in general, out here, what you need is shipping container. You know, those things they put on the back of trucks that come over on boats from China. You can get them for a couple $1,000s. And then we can pick up a lot of this stuff and get a little bit more organized. Because, man, if you guys know me, and if you've been to my place in San Diego, I'm a neat freak. I like things clean and organized, you know, and I did the same thing in California. I bought a fixer-upper, and it was a hot mess for a while. Stuff is everywhere, wood and tarps and buckets. You know, it's really cluttered, and that kind of stuff just makes me edgy and drives me crazy. But you'll see, if you follow us, you know, all this stuff's going to go away, and it's going to look awesome. Inside the barn is the same way. We don't have any closets. You know, you need closets to put things in, boxes, and like your vacuum cleaner, and like, you know, the mop and the broom and the like the dustpan, and it's just out everywhere. And these things just take time. We'll get it done. So if you guys like these kind of videos, we usually do video on homesteading, off-grid living. You know, we're converting this barn into a barnuminium. You're going to see what that looks like on the inside, what it's going to look like when we're done. You guys, if you don't mind, like I said, there's no jobs out here, so we're doing this channel. One of the reasons we do it is to tell our family and friends what's happening, because they want to see what's going on out here. But, you know, you guys can watch it, maybe learn some stuff. Like you might learn how to make little soldier fly larvae bin today. And then we appreciate it if you guys subscribe, because we want to monetize this channel, because there's no jobs out here, man. You just got to do what you got to do. Like I do side hustles. You know what I mean? I'm working with an Amish guy, and I'll start showing you the stuff that we build. And you can't really take photos while they're there because they don't allow photos, you know, but I'll show you some of the projects we've been working on. It's super cool. But yeah, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, you know, watch our videos all the way through to the end. That helps the algorithm out, you know, give it a little thumbs up, leaving a comment. All these kind of things help out the channel. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. But I'm coming home. I'm coming. I'm coming home. I'm coming. Homestead Overland, Virginia. Here's our supermodel for today that's gonna like showcase the jacket. These girls are broody, so that's her with her jacket on because she's losing a little bit of feather. She gets picked on too, and hers is really looking good underneath there.